Today, we're building the second module in the Ultimate Hobby Station, which is the magnetic instruction holder, which in my grand plan sits on top of the tall work in progress display that we made in the last video. In that last video, I mentioned that I'd include the DXF files for laser cutting these modules if I got the blessing from HobbyZone, who these designs were heavily inspired by. They got back to me. They were very encouraging. So thank you, Merrick. Those files are now available on my website at bkmakes.com in the area marked free. If you own a laser cutter or have access to a makerspace that owns one, these DXF files do work. A big thanks to John Kaipoff for confirming this for me. John's got a ton of laser cutting experience and he's an incredibly nice guy. Check him out here.
And I don't know where it's supposed to go.
If you wanted to buy your own hobby station, I'll include the link down below to HobbyZone in Poland. They are awesome. All right, let's go. So the instruction holders only got a few parts, very little detail to cut out. This should be a quick build.
It's a trap!
This is Matthias Wandel's big print application once again. I'm just opening up the templates that you can find for free on bkmakes.com. I'm scaling them to ensure they're going to print out accurately and printing them. If you want more details on this, check out part 1 of the Ultimate Hobby Station series. I'll link it up above. We're back. Let's get cutting. Now I'm just using a touch of Super 77 spray glue to affix the templates to these 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch thick HDF pieces. I'm just cutting out the shapes with a scroll saw, but a jigsaw would work, as would a coping saw if you wanted to use a hand tool. Let's see how this fits. Good. Maybe just a shade off there. Oh, yes.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
And this will go on the back. And this will be where the instructions go.
Big mistake! Big!
Here, I forgot to drill the holes before I ripped off the templates. Luckily, one of the sides still has the hole location attached, so I can line it up with the other and drill them both. Then I'll drill out the instruction holder. So this one, I'm missing where the screw holes are and where I'm going to route the grooves that the instruction holder is going to sit in. So that was a mistake. I'm going to go print another one, stick it back on, and we'll be back in business. If you're laser cutting this, this will just be comprised of 2 1/8 inch pieces. You can laser cut the grooves and the holes. Only laser cut the holes in this, assuming it's 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch. And then when you sandwich the two together, you've got the exact same thing. So now I'll just drill out the holes, and I'll actually drill the ends of each of these channels just down 1/8 of an inch. That way I can seat my router bit in it to make sure I'm getting the straight line I want. So let's go drill those out. First, I'll just drill out the holes all the way through. Just gonna grab my safety glasses. Now I'm gonna set the depth that this is gonna go down up here so that I'm only going down 1/8 of an inch. So I've set up my board to route these grooves. To do that, I've got a Festool track and a guide on my router. You certainly don't need this kind of a setup if you just had a trim router and set up a jig, as long as you can make straight lines. You should be good. I'm using a 1/4 inch spiral down bit. Down bits will keep the top surface the cleanest. I don't need the bottom to be exceptionally clean, so that's my choice here. And the fact that I'm using a spiral cut bit means I can actually drill with it. So I didn't need to drill these piloted holes. If I had a straight bit, then I'd use these, because with a straight bit, you can get down to about 3/32 of an inch, but then it's gonna not go further. So I've got my router set up. I've got my depth stop at 1/8 of an inch. And let's get on it. That worked out great, getting to the right spot, but I don't want to overshoot it. So I'm just going to set this up, put it in my groove, and now put a clamp on my track so that I don't go any further than this. I'll just put a clamp here so that when I'm routing, that'll stop right where I want it to. So now we just have to loosen this parallel guide and move it over to the next spot. We might have to do this one again.
See, I told you he could drive.
Jonesy, look out!
You're an idiot.
Cut. Got this solved. Just check everything for fit. Perfect. Now we'll just clean these up. Sandpaper it is. Just shows you don't really need very much of that spray glue because you're going to be taking it off anyways. Let's see what we can do here. Got our 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch magnets. These are all the outside surfaces, so that way we're gonna maintain polarity. And I'm gonna try putting this in the hole this time instead of outside the hole. One of these sides is a little bit cleaner, so I'm gonna have this being the back. And I want, these are 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch, and this is an 1/8 inch, so these will stick out a little bit, but that's fine. They'll be in the back, and you'll never see them. Oh, that looks great. And on to glue up. Again, you can get messy here. As long as you have a damp cloth, it will come off no problem. It's at this point of the video where my daughter walked into the garage and I stopped the camera before immediately realizing that I'd put the base on upside down. Luckily, Type Bond 3 has a 10-minute working time, which was just enough to account for me being completely derpy.
I don't think you're allowed to say that word.
I flipped it back over, assembled it, reclamped it, let it dry, and that's where the video continues. Next episode, I'm going to make the 2 open display boxes that straddle the tall work in progress display in my grand plan. These should be easy and quick.
Everything's gonna be cool. Just keep up the good work, man. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, everything will be cool.
I'll see you soon.